Hi, good to have you back here on my channel. It's a sunny day here in Lagos, Nigeria, and my name is Chisimo Biwuru. I talk about HR tips, career in general, and then lifestyle. Today's video is going to be quite crisp and short. I made a post actually last week on my Instagram channel, which you can check if you would like to see more of what I post. And I also made the same similar post on LinkedIn talking about what you do not do after making an application. And I thought about it and I thought, okay, let me just give it a try and come up here to also expatiate more about what it is. So first things first, it would be to set up your calendar. So after making an application, I'm very sure you, if you're watching this, you make loads and loads of applications. I saw a one post where someone said per month they make about 30 or 50 posts, 50 applications per month. And I was like, oh wow, people are really looking out for jobs. And I believe as you watch this video that you actually get the job of your choice. But another thing after making the application is to track your applications. A great example to track your applications would be to use your calendar, which is most perhaps it's on your phone and it's easy for you to actually get notified. If you're making a job application and the deadline is for 15th of September, for example, and when you saw the flyer, perhaps it's around this period, it's very good that you set up a calendar or rather for a deadline to prompt you if you haven't made the application. And if you have made the application, it's also very good to know if you still stand a chance of making a late application or if you need to submit it to someone else. And then you'll be able to make a great decision before you take on the next step of going for interviews. My next point is to keep copies of your applications. If, for example, you've applied for 5 jobs in different industries, of course you should know that there are actually different job descriptions for these particular roles. So it's expedient that you keep a copy of it somewhere in order to help you move on to the next step if you are being called for the interview. Another thing that you fail to do after putting in your application is to prepare. There are loads of courses that you can take online to prepare yourself for interviews. You can do that on Coursera, you can decide to join Sailor Academy, and you can just easily explore and practice, or perhaps check on YouTube for similar videos as that to help you practice for your interview. It's one thing to actually put in the application, and it's another thing to also prepare for the main interview, which is the D-Day. And the fourth point is to actually prepare by taking assessment tests. So in some cases, you might have to take assessment tests before you even get to the interview stage. Some companies take about 2 or 3 assessment tests before you are being allowed for an interview or given the chance to actually have a conversation with the human resources manager or the recruiting coordinator, or perhaps in a panel of interviewers. So it's very important that just as you practice or read about or mock interviews, you also need to practice assessment tests. For example, if you're applying for a banking job, there are some jobs that require you to take assessment tests, about 1 or 2 or 3. This might comprise like verbal reasoning questions, quantitative questions, aptitude test questions, test of reasoning in general. So you just have to prepare yourself before that assessment test and the next step possibly an interview. The fifth observation that I've made about people that make applications is that, drum roll, are not following up with recruiters. For example, once a recruiter puts a job on LinkedIn, you get to see 200, 300, 400, 500 applications, and that's a lot, I know. But if perhaps after that process and then your CV moves through the applicant tracking system, there's a high possibility that after your CV has passed through the applicant tracking system, it's quite different for different recruiters. So it's also important that you also reach out, right? Send out a message perhaps after a week or 2 weeks just to know if you are still a desired candidate for that particular role. Don't just sit and say, okay, you've applied. If you truly desire that particular job role or if it's your dream job, I know there's this thing going on LinkedIn and you're like, when I wanted to. Now I am in. So you always have to take that extra process, that extra mile, reach out to the recruiter. I know most people might not want to respond, or they feel that, oh, perhaps you are trying to do extra. Some people might not want to actually accept that kind of interaction, but it doesn't hurt. No is just 2 words. If you really desire to get that particular job or get into the company, I think that you should take the extra mile. So don't just submit your applications, take the step forward and ask questions. I really like to know if you have like ideas and experiences that you want to share. Please let me know in the comment section. Thank you so much, guys, for staying up to this time. I really appreciate. If you like this video, please leave a like, leave a comment. Once again, my name is Chisom Obiru, and I look forward to seeing you on my next video. Thank you. Do have a great day. Bye.